Random variables and their types. In this module, you will learn about random variables and their types. First, let us recall what an experiment is. When we conduct an experiment, we get a result or outcome. When we flip a coin, the outcome may either be heads or tails. If we flip the coin several times, we get different outcomes. Such an experiment that is repeated several times and whose result cannot be predicted with certainty is called a random experiment. If we represent the heads and tails by numerical values 0 and 1, the numerical values represent a random variable. Thus, a random variable is a variable that assigns a numerical value to each outcome of an experiment. A random variable, also called a chance variable or stochastic variable, is denoted by a capital letter, say X. We can also say that a random variable is a function that maps each element in the sample space to a specific numerical value. Let us now do a random experiment to get a clear idea of a random variable. Suppose we throw a dart at a dartboard twice. Now the dart may hit the red area in both trials, or the red area in the first trial and the green area in the second trial, or vice versa. Or it may hit the green area in both trials. If we want to know how many times the dart hits the red area, the answer may be 0, 1, or 2. Now we'll assign a numerical value to each outcome. We can assign 0 for hitting no red area in both trials, 1 for hitting the red area in one trial, and 2 for hitting the red area in both trials. The numerical values represent the random variable, say X. There are two types of random variables, discrete and continuous. A discrete random variable has a finite or countable number of values. In a school, the number of students in a class has to be a whole number. It cannot be 24.5. So the number of students is a discrete random variable. Similarly, in an experiment to count the number of customers visiting a showroom at noon, the number of customers during that hour is a discrete random variable. The possible number of customers may be 0, 1, 2, or more. In contrast, a continuous random variable has infinite values. Suppose the height of students in a class varies from 120 to 200 centimeters. In an experiment to measure the height of a student selected at random, height is a continuous random variable as it can take any of the infinite values from 120 to 200. In the case of a continuous random variable, the outcome is measured and not counted. Similarly, if the weight of bags in a store varies from 10 to 15 kilograms, then in an experiment to measure the weight of a bag at random, the weight may take any value between 10 to 15 kilograms. So, weight is a continuous random variable. This is how we can identify a continuous from a discrete random variable. In this module, you have learned that a random variable is a variable that assigns a numerical value to each outcome of an experiment. Types of random variables: discrete or continuous. Discrete random variable has a finite or countable number of values. Continuous random variable has infinite values.